spray this down with some brake clean first. All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, checking back in. We're going to be adding some adding the rear brake lines back in today. If you follow me on, that is Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, you know that this weekend I had my beautiful daughter, Ivy Rose. Mom is healthy, daughter's healthy, everything's good. My little girl Jade loves her being a big sister so far, loves her little sister, so that's what was going on in my life. It's a beautiful thing. But we're gonna go ahead now and get the rear brake lines put back together. This should be pretty simple. We do have to take this last rubber line hose out and put a stainless steel braided one in like this one. I just didn't do it back in the day. Pretty simple. You're gonna need a 13 millimeter, 8mm wrench, and a 10mm wrench as well. All right, so you've got 1, 2, 3 weird spots over here on your diff cover if you pay attention. If I do remember, it's this one right here. I don't 100% remember, to be honest. I guess I'll find out here in a second. Feed it through. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Go ahead, put your bolt back on. Oh, that hurt. Now we've got this beautiful bolt right here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Put that on. Hit there. We're just gonna leave this flop over here for right now. Got another bolt over yonder. Here's your bracket. Let's get it on. Good and tight. All right, so now we got the banjo bolt here. I still have the old copper crush washers on here, so I gotta get these off. Go ahead and just, it's an 11mm. I forgot to mention that in the beginning of the video. These things are kind of a pain in the A to get off. Oh, there we go. So basically you gotta wrench it off, which is ridiculous. All right, so after mildly struggling, we're gonna go ahead and put one new copper crush washer on top, one new copper crush washer on the bottom. Look at that, brass, copper, brass, copper. Oh, take the plug out. So you're gonna go ahead and thread this on there. It's going to be a 35 foot-pounds, I do believe. Correct me if I am wrong in the comments, please. But I do believe it's a 35 foot-pounds, give or take. So now I'm going to head over to the other side. Again, please do not reuse copper crush washers. They're cheap. Most kits come with them. This brake kit came with one anyways. So please don't reuse them. Use the new ones. I can't win. I lost the banjo bolt. I lost the second banjo bolt. Can't freaking win. Oh, by the way, merch plug. New t-shirts coming out very soon. This is a blue collar shirt. It's got the DIY diesel flag on the side, as always. And hopefully you can read the back. They'll be up on the website soon. All right, but that's not gonna stop us. So we're gonna go ahead and get these changed out, hopefully. Hopefully they don't strip out. Oh, that is tight, what the hell? Oh, wow, there we go. Here's one. Lefty loosey, righty tighty, right everybody? Well, this one was rounded out, so I had to go get the old pliers and get this thing done. That's great. So now it's added to the list. There we go. That one's off. GM trucks, if you have not replaced your rubber hose brake lines from the hard line to the calipers with stainless braided lines, highly suggest you do that. Yes, I'm putting this back on right now, you guys. And yes, you can fry me in the comments. I will fix it in the future, but right now, I just don't want to deal with the bullshit of flaring the brake line because one, I hate doing it, and two, I can buy pre-made ones that are this length, so I'll take a measurement of it, and I'll probably buy a new one just to save time. Because I hate flaring freaking brake lines. That's just a fact. And to be 100% honest, it's probably not going to leak anyways, but I do plan on replacing that one. So fry me in the comments if you want for now, but it'll get fixed. I got to take this line. As you see here, it's got a nut that goes in there. You just tighten this nut down right here. But don't drop it. Like a fool. Again, I highly suggest these stainless steel braided lines. These are Russell. I think DMAX Store has them labeled as DMAX Store brake lines. But to be honest with you, I think they're just Russell stainless braided. Yummy. I need a wire brush. Brush it out. Brush it out. Clean those threads off. Very, very important. Very, very important that you clean these threads off, you guys. Last thing you want to do is strip out one of these flare nuts. Nice and clean. Well, I'm just doing everything not by the book today, huh? Adjustable wrench. Feel free to fry me in the comments if you want. I don't really care. It's hot as shit. Oh, it's like 90 degrees out right now. There we go. Nice and tight. Beautiful. This is a very tight 14 millimeter. Nice and tight for right now. I don't want to go too tight because I don't want to risk stripping it out, because these are really soft nuts, you guys. So really be careful with them. Don't strip them out. If they leak, you can tighten them when you're bleeding your brakes. That's the best time to really tighten these things down better, is if they're leaking. I'm not gonna lie, it would feel a lot better if I could find that banjo bolt and get these finished up, put back on, but I don't have that right now. So we'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, so we got our new banjo bolt here from AutoZone. Shout out to AutoZone for shipping things out to me so quickly. It took less than a day, realistically, to get this shipped out to me. Whoops, need the copper crush washers. Spray this down with some brake clean first. Copper crush washer on the front side and the back side. Boom, just like this. Go ahead and get your 11 millimeter. Just throw it on. Tighten it down. Again, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is about 35 foot-pounds. I did not check, but it's not really the end of the world if you get it at 30, 35 foot-pounds. Again, seriously, shout out to AutoZone for sending this out to me. A lot of people, ask me, why do you ship parts out to you, especially something so small like this that costs you, $5 to $7, when shipping costs you $5 just as much as the part. You need to understand how much your time is worth and value for money. It'd be an hour-and-a-half round trip for me to get this $7 part. That simply just isn't worth the cost. So $5 shipping on a $7 part saves me a lot of time. Yes, unfortunately, I can't do the job until next day. But again, this is my home. This is my stuff. It's not like it's a customer's vehicle. It's not like a customer's thing. But you do need to value your personal time as well, not just your professional time. So I do want to make that statement. Again, shout out to AutoZone for really helping us out on the channel here. They ship really quick. It's typically next day, and it's really not that expensive. Like I said, this cost me $5, and it saves me a lot of time and effort and money having it shipped to my house like this. So shout out to AutoZone. I appreciate you guys. All right, now we can go ahead and add some brake fluid. Man, this truck is dusty for how long it's been sitting here. Whew. Pop the hood. Wow, this is dirty. And I need to get some batteries. Brake fluid reservoir. Wow, this thing's dirty. Holy shit. I need a step stool. Oh yeah, Sheila. All right, as far as the LBZ goes, we're doing DOT3. Prestone Max, 100,000 miles supposedly. I don't know, we'll see, I guess. I don't really plan on changing brake fluid. I've got a brand new 2011 Plus brake booster. I have all new brake calipers, so this thing, and parking brake cables. So this thing is brake ready, which don't mess around with brakes, you guys. If it's been a while, I highly suggest you upgrade your brake system, because it's very important. You don't want to have your hydro booster fail on you, you lose your brakes or something like that, and then you pull your parking brake cable and that doesn't work as well. It's not an emergency brake, but it can act as one in a pinch, and you just don't want that to happen to you, because really bad things can happen. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up. Oh, look at that professional pour. It's like I know what I'm doing. My goodness, look at that pour. All right, we're just gonna fill it a lot up because I gotta fill those calipers. I will say the downfall to this Whirly Custom Fab powder coated brake cover is you can't see your, oh wow, look at that, come to the top, is you can't see your fill level on this. So I do wish that they had some type of, window right here to where you could see your fill level. Maybe that's kind of an improvement you guys could work on. That would be outstanding. I'm a big fan of these, big fan. Yeah, pump the brakes, yeah, pump it, keep on pumping. So I'm going to utilize my wife for this scenario because it's really hard to bleed your brakes by yourself. Actually, it's not. I just don't have the hose. If you guys want to know how to bleed your brakes by yourselves, let me know. I can show you guys how to do that. But anyways, I'm going to go grab my wife. We're going to utilize that. She doesn't like to be on camera just yet, so I'll see you guys in a little bit once I bleed these brakes. I will leave a link below for you guys on how to bleed your brakes. Eric and I think have done like 2 or 3 of them, so see you guys in a second. I think the camera's kind of crooked, but by the way, my wife hates when I ask her to bleed the brakes with me. This should be fun. I tell you what, my wife just helped me bleed my brakes, and they're nice and tight, and she did an outstanding job. She's really good at bleeding them. I love her a lot. Thank you so much for helping me, even though you hate doing it. By the way, you guys know I'm a big fan of crocodile cloth. I have a link in my link tree for crocodile cloth. Make sure you check them out. Big fan of them for situations like this. Brake fluid sucks and comes off really, really easily with this stuff. So we're all set here. We don't really truly know until, you get this thing on the road. And you can find out, how well you actually bled your brakes. So one step closer. Very, very exciting. Now my next step is to, David, don't get cleaning now. Don't get cleaning now. My next step is to go ahead and install the drive shaft, which I can't do right now. And unfortunately, the reason why I can't is because when I dropped this axle here earlier last fall, I broke the U-bolt, not the U-bolt, the U-joint straps, the bolts for the U-joint straps. That's kind of a lot right there. But anyways, I broke that, so I'm sure D-Max Store will ship those out to me really quick. I'm also gonna get some new U-joints as well, because why not? Might as well, since I have it apart. Then we're gonna go ahead and install the rear diff cover. I have one on order that should be coming shortly. Fill the rear axle up with fluid, and then slap the tires on, hit the road, and test out the damn brakes, because I am damn excited to try and get this thing on the freaking road. Also, by the way, merch plug. These t-shirts right here, hands down probably my current favorite t-shirt. We do have, like I said, 2 more coming that I'm excited about. Also, we've got new hats coming that I'm also excited about too, but that's gonna take like 6 weeks to get. So I hope you enjoy this video. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. This has been an unorthodox process to this whole thing. I will put a price together of what I have invested and what I have installed to basically I've rebuilt my entire rear end of my truck from frame to here. I do have a new fuel sending unit coming. We'll also replace this filler tube as well, but those are kind of on the lower end of priority because the current one works and everything like that. So, and I also have to order one for the LB7 as well. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Unorthodox as usual for DIY diesel, and I appreciate the support. Seriously, guys, I really do. Thank you so much. This pisses me off though. This pisses me off, these rusty bolts. What are you gonna do though, right? What are you gonna do?